What's up, everybody? It's your favorite life coach, Tanya Williams, coming on with the nugget of the day. So, Easter was last weekend. And so, I've seen a lot of people on social media just criticizing people who only go to church on Easter. And so I thought about that. I've seen a couple of TikToks and stuff like that. And I thought, that is so true. There is really some people that only go on Easter for whatever reason. But our jobs as Christians is not to criticize them for that or make them feel bad. Our job is to make them feel welcome when they do come, because we don't know what's going on in their lives. We don't know what God's doing in their hearts, and it's not for us to judge. And to be quite honest, that's why a lot of people don't come to church any other time but Easter. Christians can be so judgmental. That's why my ministry is outside four walls. I don't believe four walls can contain what God can do. And, Jesus walked amongst the sinners, the drug dealers, the killers. I relate to my boy Peter, okay? Because some days, hey, I feel like I got a little Peter in me. I got a little hell in me, right? I love Jesus, but I'm not Jesus, right? But one thing I try not to do is judge people, because I know what it's like. I've been judged. And to be honest, the Bible talks about not being somebody's stumbling block, right? So if you only come to church on Easter, then if I'm there, it's my job to greet you. Our job as Christians, as ministers, as people of Christ, or church folk, whatever you want to call yourself, our job is to love thy neighbor. Simple as that. We're not to judge what they got on when they come. Our job is to encourage them, to uplift them, to make them feel welcome, to answer any questions if we can that they may want to ask, to help them find their gifts and talents, to help them serve in the area that they want to serve in. But no, what do? Most of us are too judgmental, that when we get saved, we forget we had a past. We forget that, all the hoeing around that we used to do, the drinking, the clubbing, God knows what else. I'm just speaking about myself, all the things that we used to do. And then we start to throw judgment at somebody else because they have not yet arrived. But, God is willing to meet us right where we are. So if and Jesus is willing to walk amongst those people and meet them right where they were, why should we do any different? We put all these man-made rules and regulations into place rather than listening to looking at what the Word says and following that. We kind of change it up to our own agenda and what we want to see happen. But if we stick strictly to the book, then that's our directions for everything that we should do. So I just want to jump on here today and encourage somebody who maybe don't go to church all the time, who's looking for a church, or maybe you've been church hurt and you're turned off of church. Hey, I'm right there with you. I'm not church bashing, but I've been there. I know what it's like. It's hard for me to kind of just go to any church and feel like I fit in, or just go and embrace, because let's be honest, they all will embrace you on the first day, but will that continue? So I just kind of have to go and feel out, when I visit. And, I ask the Holy Spirit to lead, guide, and direct me, give me discernment. But I just want to encourage some of you who have been in that same position, that don't give up on God just because of people, just because of man. We all fall short from the glory of God. I do it daily, several times a day. But, just give people the same grace that God gives us each day. And don't give up on God because you're experienced at a church or whatever. You don't have to go to church. You can meet God in your living room, as you walk, on your job, in your car, in the shower, wherever. It's all about building that relationship. What church really does, it's supposed to encourage you, put you together with other believers, and to just help push you and give you that extra nudge that you need, and and things like that. So don't turn away from God, and just because of what you've experienced. I I'm a firm believer, and I have experienced this myself. I have, really just built that relationship with him, where before I used to think, oh, I got to go to church. I need man to develop me, when all along God was saying, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to develop you. The things that you have to go through is part of the process. It's part of the development. And really, it's been the best school ever. I paid to go to school, and I didn't get none of this. Like, I really, kind of want a refund. But God is our best teacher. If we're just 100% honest. And he's going to teach us exactly what we need to know. He's going to prune off of us what we need to prune. He's going to add to us what we need. He's going to show us those gifts that we have in ourselves. And not all of us are called to ministry. Some of us is called to the marketplace, but he still will use you just the same way. There's really no difference. Church has nothing to do with your gifts, your talents, and any of that. It's all about your relationship with God. So I hope that really encourages somebody today to, not really give up on God just because of your experience. And if you do go to church just on Easter or holidays, well, good for you. I support you 100%, because sometimes it's not the most inviting place. It's not a place where you can be fully embraced. But, I support your decision, whether you go or you don't. I think that's an individual decision up to you. And as long as you know God always knows your heart. So don't be discouraged. God still knows your heart, and he's willing to meet you right where you are. So y'all have a blessed day.